Hi there, sign of Pisces. This is Kim with your messages. These are supposed to be for your next 3-day messages from your spirit guides and your angels. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're having a good day. Journey. And wisdom. Journey and wisdom. The labyrinth and the wisdom. And the sword. Oof. The sword. 47. The sword here, it says conflict on it. The sword. But I'm really picking up like your truth, the clarity of the information that you're getting like through your clairs, because I saw the owl and the journey card. I think this is you now, whether this might be you speaking your truth to somebody. Yeah, I have the wow, protection. The chain ring. Okay, so that symbol right there, the chain ring, you have protection right now. The sword is your protection. If you think about it, what does a sword do? It's an extension of your arm, and it can provide protection for you. Defense, offense. It's an extension of your power, as well as you are being protected too at this time by a higher force. You have the sun lighting up everything, bringing in maybe a new happy existence, a happy experience coming in for you. It says vitality, growth, and I mean, you have the rainbow. You have the rainbow with the hope. This card means there's going to be a wish granted here somewhere. You know what? Let's go ahead and get clarification on what the sword is for. For Pisces, what is the sword for? And that's 50, 38, 47, and 3. Consciousness. Ooh. It's like it is your big ace of swords, isn't it? It's what you're conscious and aware of. And that means your consciousness is expanding at this time. You're becoming aware of more truths. So on the opposite end of the consciousness card is the ego, where we see the things kind of being filtered out as you expand in your consciousness. So less identification with the ego and its identity and its labeling of certain roles that it puts on us. Identity of the body that dies, for one thing. So this is consciousness, that you are consciousness, that you are the awareness, you are the eternal that does not ever die. That's what the sword's about. It's big. It's number 15. Samsara and Nirvana. Interesting. So that samsara on one end, which is a cycle of suffering, and on the other end, nirvana. You see, with this side, you have attachments to all different kinds of things, objects, things that identify with the ego. Samsara, with these attachments, with our expectations, we stay caught in these cycles of suffering. And so they're wanting you to come towards nirvana, where there is perfection and you're not holding on to anything. I mean, because it's like it's the realization of the formless you that doesn't have attachments. Not really. So, I mean, this could be a very big reading where you're ending a cycle of suffering, where there's no more identifying with whomever you thought was going through some sort of suffering. There's no more identifying with it. So the cycle stops. Wow. The breaker. Powerful realization. You see that lightning bolt? Powerful realization here. A truth of this must stop. This must end. Wow. So what are you? You're breaking through something. You're cutting through something with this sword. Maybe you're cutting off anything that, like these hands, you know, whatever they're holding on to. Tell me about Nirvana. Tell me about Nirvana for Pisces. Release in the reverse. Emptiness in the reverse. The unknown. And the return. Oh, an expectation on the bottom. Which I was feeling in this reading anyway because of Samsara. So this is releasing all attachments. This is releasing expectations. I'm going to say fill in the expectation with an unknown variable that's going to be better or the best or better than you thought. It's going to be the nirvana. But anything where you give it a label or a restriction, I would say release that type of expectation because you want to be open to infinite possibilities, you know? So there's a release here that is going to be a release of, oh, they just gave me a song. Was that Third Eye Blind? Oh, Third Eye Blind. Interesting. with the name of the group. It's the How's It Gonna Be? How's it gonna be? How's it gonna be when you don't know me anymore? How's it gonna be? How's it gonna be? Okay, so there's something here about releasing that how's it gonna be. Like, release that. That's just a song to identify with. So let's release that too. Until you are empty. They want you to be empty without feeling a need to fill it all up. They want you to feel emptiness so that the cup can be full or filled by spirit, by you, by the formless, by the unknown. And that unknown is actually the return to you. It's the monad energy. Known to all and nothing. Tell me more about this return to who they are. Something's not the same as far as like there's no return to this ego self. There's no return to some roles that you have identified with or to some storylines. But there is a return to the divine self with activated divine DNA expressed in some sort of bloodline here, right? But that's where you're whole and complete, when everything is completely empty without any attachment. That's where you're whole. Oh, and then they gave me this song Somewhere Over the Rainbow with the hope. Who is that guy? There's this guy, and he passed away, but he was really good. It was, he sang that song. He was very famous for it in Hawaii. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. A land that you dream of. There's a land that you dream of. That's what you should expect, is something that you've not seen, but you could only imagine. Inhale. Take it in. Take it in. Allowance of receptivity with the inhale. Take it in to release it. Take in the sun's rays. Take in the rainbow energy of hope, of a promise of a bright tomorrow, a bright future. Keep seeing closed. Yeah, they're wanting you to be open. There's the tree. Intracellular. Interesting. Look within the internal self-production, your organism and stuff. Intracellular. Going within, looking within, not outside. Going within, not outside. The closed, they're telling me that this closed energy here with the eye does not mean that you have been closed off or anything like that, or not receptive. It's talking more about like a meditative state and taking something in, going in, looking inward for you, going inward for the experiences, finding it inside, not outside. So I'd say your third eye is actually pretty active at this time, because it does not need lids. And the tree says there's all this growth that you already have. Like you at one time were a seed, a neophyte, just learning how to crack open in the underworld. You cracked open, you reached the sunlight, and now you're this tree. Is it time to release some leaves if you are this tree, and maybe you're about to go through autumn, so you may feel some things releasing. It's just part of the life cycle, right? And there's a lighthouse that this person is returning to. I don't know if lighthouse is significant to you. It might be in some special way. Maybe as a child, or maybe somewhere that you saw. This card can be very literal for some of you, as to like, I'm going to make a return. I'm going to go back to where I had this great memory, or maybe a not so great memory, but the return, there's a feeling of something's looked at in a different way. On the big side of things, or metaphorically, the return is talking about the return to who you really are, which you were always whole and complete. You were always the whole tree, even by the blueprint that was in the seed when you were just a seed. Okay, this is Naked Heart Tarot. That was Eigengraw Oracle. This is Forces of Nature. That is, I believe, Sacred Symbols or Glyphs. Naked Heart Tarot for our tarot and our animal spirits. Oh, yeah, the Naked Heart. Beautiful. Return to the heart. So return to the heart. And they're rejoicing. with the dolphins. Dolphins might be significant to you also. Dolphins represent joyfulness, playfulness. Sometimes twin souls or twin flames or soulmate energy. But you will be celebrating here because of a return to your heart. Living from the heart. Whoa. And the unknown. We have the death energy coming up, which is one of the most transformative cards that they have in the tarot deck. I mean, a very simple analogy here of death card would be like you're this tree about to lose leaves in the autumn time. It's just a natural process, right? Just think it's time for a rebirth to occur. And for there to be a big ending, an ending of a chapter here, big. Transforming yourself, too. Transforming yourself. Whoa. Taking a lead somehow. The stag. Maybe taking a lead. Ace of Pentacles into a new money venture or financial opportunity. Yeah, that's stable, that's grounded, that's going to bring in like the money that you need, the resources you need. That can come all at once, or it can, it's definitely associated with a rebirth and a changing of your path. 4 of Wands reverse, 10 of Swords in the reverse, where you make a decision and you're really asserting yourself with the Sky Father or the Emperor energy. But I like Sky Father, I love that, because this is about taking action from your heart space, anchoring in your faith, your decision at this time. 2 of Swords, maybe something you had been postponing for the perfect time. Ending of something painful, the beginning of a new path, making a big move. Allegiance is switching here. For someone that How's It Gonna Be song, When You Don't Know Me Anymore, is about thinking about changing your allegiance, changing who you're on your path with. So it can be complicated. But there's something more that you're expecting for yourself, because you know that the seed's inside of you, that you contain the seed. So that's why you would be expecting maybe more here for yourself in this life. King of Wands with the fox on it. And the 5 of Swords. There could be some difficult energies that you've been navigating. Just trying to stay motivated might be a thing here with this Spirit of Wands or King of Wands. But you definitely have like an understanding with the salamander chasing its tail. You have an understanding of the death rebirth cycle. You have an understanding that your heart and your passion, you know, when that's leading you, you really can't go wrong with deciding to follow it. So I see you inspiring others. And the fact that the seed is coming out and the tree, I just feel like they're saying there's so much more potential too. Potential for your growth, just potential in general here. Sky Father. Sky Pilot. How high can you fly? Well, that song probably doesn't resonate with this reading. Tell me more. You're inventing something. Inventor, innovation, imagination, mastermind, inspiring ideas. It's okay to fail because we're doing it again and again. Okay. Do it again. For the love of others, the cross, for the sacrifice, for the giving to the highest good, feeling purpose driven. Seeing the divine you. This is the return. The cross card energy, I feel like, is your return to who you are spiritually. A shooting star. It does say heed the call also, by the way. Shooting star says quick action, wish granted, rare, falling, a moment in time. Brilliant. Whatever it is that you might be inventing or coming up with, do it. Even if it changes paths, because I think that's what some sort of breakthrough is. And I think that's ultimately what this sword is about, is like a Uranus breakthrough energy. You are inspiring to yourself, to others at this time. 21, you are highly creative with a strong will to succeed. Your imagination is highly charged, and it reveals in itself everything you do, from your sparkling conversation to your most prized projects. I am inspiring. And 999, thank the past for your lessons and leave it where it belongs so you can make the best of a life that's still waiting to be fulfilled by only you. I am unique. So that's what I've got for your messages. If you're looking for a private reading, something more tailored to your energy, the information is in the description box below. 3 different prices. They are pre-recorded videos, and you get a private video link. Thank you all for the support. So I'll see you next time. Bye, Pisces.